Guess what we're going to make today? A bumblebee for your front door or your back door or your kitchen, wherever you need a bumblebee. We're going to make one today. So I've got my great little bumblebee here with, I love the colors and the stripe and everything with it. And I picked this ribbon. I picked the Mackenzie Child Check. I picked a little bit of dotted Swiss yellow. And I love this little daisy because the background matches my bumblebee. So we're going to see what happens. Let me get started with my bow first. Okay. I'm going to make a tail about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches long. We're going to start with the first little loop. Okay, right there. I've already cut my tail in a kind of a dovetail. So we're going to use the Easy Bow Maker because it's easy. So we're starting and we're going to do like the first loop is going to be a 6-inch loop right there. Okay. And then we're going to put it in here, twist it in there. And then we're going to put another 6-inch loop over here, right there. It's so nice because you can measure. You can just measure your loops and you're always getting the same size. I love that. So we're making a little 2 to 1 bow right now. So we've got one loop here and the tail, and we're making 2 loops right over here with another tail. There. 6 inches right there. Make another tail. Here we go. Okay. First layer. I like layers of bows. I don't want to have just one layer of bows. we're going to have 3 because 3 is a good number. Okay, so I've got a 2 loop and a 1 loop. Now, let's put the little dotted Swiss. So this one, we're going to have, it's not very much. We'll see what happens. His tail just won't be as long. No, we're going to go this way. We're going to make a 1 loop here. Right here we go. And a loop here. It's not going to be a 6-inch because I don't have enough ribbon. This is going to be a 5-inch, okay? And maybe we're not going to make 3 loops. We're only going to make 2 loops because that's what I've got. So you just work with what you've got, right? Okay, this is going to be a little shorter. All right, I think that's going to be cute. Now we're going to add one more layer of ribbon, and that is a little daisy. I picked this daisy because the background of it goes really well with our bumblebee. See, they're both of them kind of a burlappy color. So we're going to make our little string a little longer. We're going to add a couple of loops of that. So we're going to make this little loop not a 6-inch, more like a 5 to match our dotted Swiss right here. So we make a loop, twist it, bring it around, make another loop right here. Okay, twist that one, and one more loop on this side right here. Now see how my loops are about the same length right there? I like that. You can measure them on this Easy Bow Maker, or you can just kind of eyeball them and say, those are about the same length. Good job, Jerry. That's good enough. Then we're going to cut this little ribbon off. Okay. Now we're going to take, I like to push this down really hard, and then we're going to take a zip tie, because I love zip ties, let me tell you that. I'm going to put it, it's a short zip tie. I'm going to put it on here. Okay, I've got my bow made. I used a zip tie right here to tighten it real tight. I like those because they just hold it so good and tight. And then I put a piece of floral wire in the back so I can attach it to my bumblebee. So I'm going to cut off the zip tie. right here. Now you just have to bring your bow and work your loops really cute and full. I like full loops. I don't like my bow squashed. Some people squash their loops, but I don't. I don't like them squashed. I like them poofy. Something about poofy loops. I don't know what it is, but it's good. So there you go. It's nice and full and round. My loops are round. Right there. See that? Okay. I feel like I need something stable right in here to add my florals to. I put my wire through my little styrofoam, and now I'm going to put a bunch of glue on it. I want the wire because I just feel like the wire is going to help really get it on there tight. And I think your mechanics when you're making something like this is important. Now we're going to stick it on there like this. Kind of make sure it's in the center. I'm going to pull my wire around to attach it. I just don't want it to fall off because I'll probably put a bunch of stuff on it. Okay. I got it. It came up through. There we go. Now I'm going to start it and twist it really good. All right. There it goes. Now I always push this down so it doesn't scratch my door. I just like that. So it goes down, doesn't scratch anything. It's fine. All right. We've got this little round circle that we're going to use to put our flowers. Okay, we're taking our largest flower first. And I'm just going to start. I've got my bow attached. I'm sorry I didn't show that. I got my bow attached over here. I like it on the side so because I didn't want to hide my bumblebee right there. So we're going to attach our largest flower, and I'm going to put one kind of up at the top like that, and then just kind of work around with them. We've got a lot of flowers to put in here, so I'm starting here. Okay, I love these flowers. They just look so summery, and it's so easy to stick them into this styrofoam. It makes them really, really easy and sturdy. Okay, the thing coming down here. Okay, so I've got 4 right now. I might add more, but I might not. So we're starting right there. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in with this little bush. It's got a lot of little flowers on it, and so it's going to be really easy to do some fill-ins with it. So I'm just starting all the way around with some of that. I love these little flowers. I like yellow flowers. Now we need to add some greenery because greenery is what makes it look like nature. So I'm cutting this greenery bush up because I want to use all of this greenery around in there. I love it. It's got some white in it. It's going to add lightness to it. And they've got little berries on them, so it's really cute. So out of that bush, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces to add. Wow, I love it. So I'm just working the greenery in, putting a little glue and sticking it on my styrofoam. So it kind of gives me some dimension and some hiding of my styrofoam. I'm adding another little yellow flower right in there. Oops, it about hit me in the face. There we go. So I don't want to put much more. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to add a little pink to it. I think that pink just adds a little happiness to it. What do y'all think? See a little happy pink in there? Because this is for summer or spring. Here's the little touch of pink. Well, where is it? Over here. It's backwards. A little more pink. I'm twisting this together because when you cut it apart, sometimes you lose the wrapping on it. I'm going to look at it real quick and see where else I could put a touch of pink. I think right in here. You just can cut your bush up and use whatever you need. You don't need the whole bush. I guarantee you another day you will. So use what you can and what you want, and then save your extras. Okay. A little more pink right there. And then I think we're good with our pink. So we're going to add these darling little bees. Look at that. Every bee needs baby bees, right? So we're going to put these little baby bees on there. And I'm going to take them, and there's 3 on this stem, and I'm just going to tear them apart because I want to use them where I want to use them. All right. And here's a little bit longer one, so I'm going to cut it down. But we need baby bees buzzing around our big bumblebee, right? Let's add the baby bees. One kind of towards the bottom flying. I like them to be a little, stick up a little so they look like they're hovering over the flowers. And then I'm going to put, let me look. I think this one needs to come over this way a little bit. He's got a buddy. He's going up. Two are going up and one's going down. Okay, how about those little bumblebees? And we're just going to add and cover up our styrofoam any place that we feel like we can see it. Moss. I like the green moss myself because it just looks more natural than that yellow Spanish moss. I mean, you can use whatever you have, but that's what I like. A little more right down, way down in the deep in there. Because I just don't want my styrofoam to show. Okay, let's check it out. Now, we got the bumblebees buzzing. We got the yellow flowers blooming. And then you just make sure your tails are cut. You've dovetail your ribbon. And I've got 1 bee going down and 2 bees kind of going up. Well, this one's kind of going sideways, but I'm going to make him go up. And so, make sure your ribbon is nice and poofy and big. Okay, what do you think? There's my bumblebee. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button and follow us on our YouTube channel because you never know what we're going to get into. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, like our channel. Bye.